This is the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters in Delhi city, and look at the kind of drama. Before I go back to Kamal once again, just showing you these pictures coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. In fact, these are roads on which the workers have in fact now placed themselves, staying put. Eventually they will be walking towards the BJP headquarters just less than a kilometer from here, with the top leaders of the party in fact leading this march to the BJP headquarters. In fact, we'll get in more details. We have like the entire inside track, this inside scoop on Manish Sisodia's arrest. Let's get you more details on this. How in fact an officer's statement really nailed Manish Sisodia. That's the information. This is the inside track of the investigation, and how an officer's statement secured the arrest of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister. While examining a digital device seized during the 19th of August, searches from Excise Department, the agency traced one of the excise policy draft documents to a different system that wasn't part of the Excise Department network. During the questioning of an Excise Department official, the agency got the lead to Sisodia's office computer. CBI subsequently seized the said computer from Sisodia's office on the 14th of January. The number of times, remember, the CBI in fact had visited the Delhi Secretariat to get documents and other evidence from Sisodia's office. Most of the files were deleted. The agency retrieved the records with the help of its forensic team. Manish Pandey in fact has more details on that. Manish, take us through the details of how eventually Sisodia was arrested with this evidence before the CBI.
Well, Sneha, the Central Bureau of Investigation was building this case since the time they lodged the FIR. And now what we have been given to understand is that right from the start, when they started the searches on August 19, they were collecting evidence leading to Manish Sisodia. Not only his house was searched at that point of time, but also the Excise Department office was also searched. And the first lead they got from there, they seized certain computers, hard disks, but one of the computers which was seized, which was not connected to the Excise Department policy network, even they recovered the draft copy from their that particular computer, and that led to the series of evidence which the CBI gathered at later point of time. We have been given to understand is that when the CBI started scanning that particular hard disk of the computer, they got certain more leads, after which the office of Manish Sisodia was searched recently, and from there, when the hard disk was seized, they got certain more leads. Now, after going through all the details, the statement of C. Arvind, the bureaucrat who was then working with the Excise Department, that became extremely important. And as far as C. Arvind is concerned, he has given a statement not only to Central Bureau of Investigation, but also to the Enforcement Directorate, and his statement becomes instrumental in the entire scam, because remember, his statement was recorded under section 164 of CRPC, which means that it was recorded before a magistrate and it acts like an evidence before the court. It becomes even evidence for the Central Bureau of Investigation. And when yesterday he was confronted with that particular statement on the aspects that why there was change from the draft policy to the final draft policy of excise policy, also why this particular profit of 5% was increased to 12%, and where are the points of the meetings which were where this discussion took place. But there was no answer from Manish Sisodia, and this became extremely important for the Central Bureau of Investigation. The officials think that this is one of the key evidence against Manish Sisodia, and on the basis of these evidences, they decided to arrest Manish Sisodia, and these things will be mentioned in the remand copy which will be presented before the court once Manish Sisodia is produced before the Rouse Avenue Court today. Sneha.
Yes, absolutely, and that's going to happen in just about 25 odd minutes from now, and the drama has only intensified right here at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. I can barely hear all of you, but Aishwarya is just around the corner, in fact. Aishwarya, You can see, in fact, all of these leaders, workers are just getting up to march towards the BJP headquarters. The police is all ready to stop them from doing so. I'm expecting high drama. I'm also expecting detentions. And this, I would guess, is going to coincide with the time when Sisodia is produced in court, isn't it?
Yes, Neha, it seems like it that the timing will be almost similar. Let me show you the drone that the police at the moment is using. This is the drone which the police is using to make sure that they keep a hawk's eye on the protesters who are now planning to march from the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters to the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. Let me also show you, the Vajra Vahan, and apart from that, the bus that has been put in place. The reason why I want to show you the bus is because this is the bus, and this entire stretch, Sneha, now has been blocked. So they are very clear. The police personnel are very clear that they will not let the protesters move beyond that point. The buses have been put in such a position that they will not let protesters, walk across. Let me now just cut across to the barricades, Sneha, where the protesters have reached. This is the first layer of barricading. Maximum police deployment on this layer. The police wanting to make sure that the protesters don't anyhow cross over. We have cut to the visuals there. The sloganeering taking place. And the RF personnel now moving in, trying to contain the protesters. Posters of Manish Sisodia along with the Indian tricolor. All of them can be seen. The police now, the RAF personnel moving in closer to the protesters, wanting to contain them at that very spot, not wanting the protesters to even reach the barricades. The RAF now moving in, more personnel.
Chaos, yes.
All of them moving in and trying to contain the protesters. The protesters, they are not even able to reach the barricade at the moment. The RF personnel have moved in, and the protesters, in fact the police has circled all the protesters, making sure that the protesters are contained in that very area. Sneha.
That's right. Aishwarya, I'm just going to give the viewers a sense of what exactly this road looks like. Well, this is the DDU mark where I am right now, and this is where the protesters are marching ahead. Aishwarya is in fact somewhere near the barricade, just a few steps away from here, getting us all the latest updates. But these are the workers, those ones who are holding the placards with the picture of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. It says, Shiksha Mantri, Tujhe Salam. That's what these posters are reading. Workers are moving towards the barricade.